Hello folks and welcome back to Rome Total War. I'm Conostip and this is going to be part 16 of my Barbarian invasion campaign where I'm playing as the Sassanids. And in this episode I should be taking over Sidon. I think so. I mean, I am going to be able to attack it in the next turn, and despite the fact that there's 4 generals here, so that's going to be a stiff resistance. But as far as the troops itself and the army itself, I'm not too concerned about it. It's kind of ironic though, because I did just switch out my spearmen for my Sogdian warriors in this army, and now I'm thinking, oh man, I could use some spearmen against all those generals. But I think that my armored camel riders are going to be perfect general killers. I think so. And I did just notice that there are camels in this province as well, so I should be able to retrain those units as long as there is the required building here. Is there stables? I don't think so. I think that's just the tier 1, isn't it? So that's unfortunate. I would need to have the tier 3 stables, I think, to train up or retrain my armored camel riders. Yeah, that's too bad. I'm gonna have to keep bringing on troops from my core territories just to keep this army going. Hopefully I don't take too many losses here in Sidon, because there is the potential to continue my conquest right onto Jerusalem. In fact, these settlements here in the Levant are all pretty close together. Philadelphia is right there, and then is that Petra or Bostra? I was get those mixed up. Petra or Bostra. So this part of the conquest could be quick, but that's also somewhat hindered by the fact that, as I just mentioned, my Sogdians are going to be shipped in from Hatra, and my other units will be shipped in from Antioch. And it depends on what I can retrain in these territories as well, but that shouldn't be too big of an issue. I'm also in the process of training up an army, a secondary army, to attack Anatolia. I don't have to wait for this conquest to finish before I move this army up here to attack Anatolia. I can just work on a second army, of course. So that is going to be the plan. I am building up barracks. I think, was it Artaxata, I thought? I think I just was waiting for... I think I was waiting for this to turn into a large city, and I'm close. 11,500. I need to get up to 12,000. It's a 1% growth rate, so yeah, I'm not sure the math on that, but it should only be like a couple turns, I suppose. Should I build the crop rotation to increase that? To give me a bit more population growth up here? Bring it up to a 1.5. It's tempting. It would also give me more money, of course. A bit more, like 67-ish? 65? More denarii per turn. I have the money for it, but it's going to take 4 turns for that to finish. And I feel like in 4 turns, I'm going to be up to a large city anyway. And I would rather just spend that time on building the new administrative building to level up to a large city. So yeah, I guess I'll just wait for that. You can make your way back to Artaxata and retrain what we have. And then I did notice some brigands over here. Yeah, they're hard to see, aren't they? You have to really squint. Sogdian warriors. Well, I don't know if I can really beat that with what I have, but we can just kind of, you know, do our thing. And yeah, that was bad. What do they have? There's 3 Sogdians and a rebel general. Hot damn. All right. This is going to take a couple... So we killed 90. Yeah, so we're gonna have to do that a few times to win that battle. Maybe even recruit something else. Yeah, we'll take in. Gosh, yeah, let's lower taxes there. That's fine. I'll take a couple turns, but we will eventually knock them down, and we will wait for these guys to retrain before we move out. And yeah, just 3 peasants. It's not a big deal, is it? That's fine. We'll do that next turn. And then here, you guys can continue on your way, I think. But you guys, I don't even want to use the Sogdians. We can just retrain the Sogdians. That's fine. Yeah, that's fine. So hopefully you can get back to Hatra. Yes, you can. And go ahead and retrain you guys. Yeah, that works. And then we don't have room in Antioch for you. And this is kind of a problem because, again, the Roman emissaries do kind of freak me out because are they going to bribe my guys? I have 2 horse archers here that were replaced by the artillery in this army. And so what do I do? I can't just risk having these guys. Can I embed this? Ooh. I could get my diplomat to embed with these 2. What's your influence like? Oh, you're 66. You're going to die soon. And you have 0 influence. Yeah, I don't know about that.
Yes, mighty lord.
Yeah, I was thinking about, and my assassin's out of moves in this turn, so he can't attack, or he's out of actions, should I say. I guess I could bring these horse archers onto these boats. I don't think diplomats can bribe boats, can they? Or bribe armies off of boats? I don't think so, but if that would happen, I'd be very surprised. So they should be safe there for now. Man, they never built like a port for Sidon. God damn. All right, well, we should make some decent money there once we've built up a port, because they're going to be trading by sea with Tarsus and Salamis, not Antioch, of course, but yeah, no, not with the tier 1 port. The tier 1 port, we'll just do one of these places. Probably Salamis would be more money, I reckon. But then the tier 2 port will have Tarsus to trade with, or maybe by then it'll be like somewhere, not Jerusalem, Alexandria perhaps, because we'll find out. But yeah, we'll do that next turn. We'll attack them, and hopefully we don't take too much damage, but if we do, that's, it's fine. And we're going to hang tight up here, although Ardashir, my faction leader, I didn't recognize him at first because, yeah, I like how the models, the portraits do age. It's a cool, touch. Looks good. And yeah, it gives you a sense of time, because not too long ago, he was the young lad in the faction. So he and his amazing abilities at converting the population to Zoroastrianism, he should come down south to eventually convert, Sidon and then Jerusalem. He's getting up there in age. He's 50 years old. Yeah. 50 years old. So I have to consider, first off, who's going to replace you in Tarsus? It doesn't have to be anyone super competent, because this is kind of a dead front for now. I know that's insulting to the Romans, but they've been these guys have just been staring at the sea for a while, and yeah, there's not a lot going on here. Court Dad, yeah, you're older than Ardashir, so I don't think you're the answer. Smyrtus, 17, and Gloomy is not good. -1 morale is that's a bad one. Careful with money, so +2 management and +1 to squalor. Skilled cavalry commander, fruitful. I mean, you're 17, so there's only one way to go, right? You can only get better. It's not, that's not true. You can always get worse. Let's go to the fort for now, and then same thing with you. Maybe you guys can hang out, and maybe Ardashir can teach you a thing or two. Do I want to give him any? No, Before he died, this is something that I have to get better at, is realizing, like, before people die, I should try to pass on retinue. I was pretty adverse to that, I suppose, in my initial playthroughs of Rome. I don't know, I just feel like making retinue immortal seems kind of weird. But then again, I mean, retinue combinations can be pretty dope, like if you get the right ones. That's something that I would like to get better at, I suppose. Yeah. It's a bit of, micromanagement for sure, but it's something that maybe I can get my, wrap my brain around and try to figure out a system, I suppose. It's all about figuring out a system to make it less of a chore, I suppose, with all of these games that I've played, Shogun, Medieval, Rome. Anytime something seems like it's like, it's going to be too much, it's like, well, it may be, but think about it. Like, think about, like, what's the easy, like, dumb, simple way of making these things less of a chore. And, There's a lot. There's a lot for me when I like going into Rome. There's a lot for me to figure out. Even with like agents dying of old age, I was like, oh my God, there's a lot to keep track of, you know? And I'm still not quite there yet with keeping a real good touch on, you know, just replacing the guys as they get older. Yeah, there's definitely room for a lot more growth and learning for me in this game for sure. But in this case, I think that for now, first, he's only 50. He's not dead yet. And the point of him to bring him south is as a Zoroastrian conversion genius. And Mobad and Zoroastrian teacher are the two, like, really good things for Zoroastrian conversion. Christian harassment. That looks like a new one, maybe. Yeah, he's really good. And I noticed, yes, there's someone up here that I might want to bring down, Kuru. He has 3 Zoroastrian traits, Zoroastrian piety, and Zoroastrian advocate. And they're all, you know, as you can imagine, 5% bonuses to Zoroastrian conversion. And he kind of like has the makings of a mini Ardashir to me. And his talents are kind of wasted up here on this front because I don't intend on ever expanding up here. So being a, you know, conversion guy up here doesn't seem too necessary. So yeah, I'm wondering, should I maybe bring up you or maybe you up north? Maybe you? Yeah. Maybe that's what I do then. You go up here, you can replace Kuru and Arctic Sarta, just so that I have 2 characters up here. I do have Sorosh. And he's good. He's probably maybe wasted up here as well, but it's nice to have some military prowess up here. And then Kuru. Yeah, you start making your way down. And you can go to Hatra, and then you make your way. And then hopefully I can sort of have you arrange a meeting between you and Ardashir, so that Ardashir can pass on his retinue. Yeah, that seems to be the play. We'll hang out in this fort for now, just so we don't get caught out, I suppose. And then here in Antioch, one of you is going to be hanging out in Antioch, and then the other is going to be going down to Sidon to govern it whenever we do take it over. So yeah, that should be fine as well. Yeah, Sigard, you're hanging out here with your 1 management in Salamis. Yeah, that seems like kind of a waste, but again, what can you do? Now, I think that I do need to recheck my faction heir, because my faction heir is it Narcissus? He's 40 years old. And he's only 10 years younger than Ardashir, which wasn't a big deal 10 years ago, but now I'm like, all right, I should probably find someone younger. So if I'm looking for someone that's maybe around 30 years old, what are my options like? All right, so not you. Theriel, you're 38, so a little bit old. You're like not much younger than Narcissus, honestly. 17 for Smyrtus. I don't know, you don't look too inspiring. Otanes also doesn't seem too inspiring. And then Cyrus is 29. I mean, you're in the right age group, and you know, you weren't too inspiring too long ago, and you haven't come much further since then, but you have been hanging out in a place that does have a big school in it. You've gained some retinue, so maybe like maybe you're my best guy. What are my other options here? Vyaspara, 37, a little too old as well. And then there's Kuru, we've already looked at him. And Sorosh is 37, so... Is it going to be Cyrus? I mean, that would be kind of a story arc, wouldn't it? Because I'm pretty sure that I've called him useless on more than one occasion. And yeah, just goes to show what going to school can do for you, right? Fond of ribald rhymes, this man's poetic education produces rhymes and quips that enliven his conversation and shows a ready wit and keen intelligence. Well, right there, I'm sold. Sold. He should be manufactured. Yeah, let's do it. Yep, you're fine. -1 from law is not great, but -2 from unrest is good. Inflexible isn't 10% penalty on tax income, -1 from law. Yeah, it's not. That's not good. But faction heirs can't be bribed, I don't think, so... Yeah, let's go ahead. Let's do it. Let's do it. Facet faction heir, that's you, yes. So yeah, that gains influence and personal security. Yeah. Cool. And yeah, you're hanging out in Testafon for now, but maybe we can bring you out west someday. Yeah, that feels better for now. That is going to be it for this turn. Now I'm ready to move on to the next one, and I am ready to conduct my assault. Yeah, we still have a lot of agents hanging out on Sinop. Well, luckily I have the best assassin in the universe hanging out there too, so he can give them a what for. Yeah, what do we have? Oh, did we lose that spy? I mean, I have a spy here, so he should be catching enemy spies. But diplomat, what do we got? 2 influence. I think this guy can take him, right? 85% chance. And did he go? Nope, we got him. Got him. Yeah, hopefully that spy is able to get discovered. Or maybe we can come down here and kill this diplomat. Man, it's nice having a good assassin. It feels good. Because we got rid of a lot of agents recently because of him. It would be nice to have him down here too. In fact, I mean, you're not that good. Can you get rid of this guy? 32% chance? Oh, I don't want to risk losing assassins. But sometimes you have to take that risk, right? Like, what else is he gonna practice on, you know? I guess if some brigands pop up, he can practice on them, I suppose. Yeah, maybe just be patient with them. I think that's the way. Be patient and look for something that's over 50% if I can, you know? Just over 50%. I'll take the chance on that. And let's go back in here with these guys and let's see how this goes. Yeah, another defeat. We killed 45 guys. And can't be much. Man, those Sogdians, dude. Okay, yeah, this is gonna take a minute. We're gonna be doing this for a while. We got some more brigands up here as well. Two peasants, it looks like. Shouldn't be an issue. Is it just the 2? Yeah. We lost that one? God damn, dude. You guys suck. That's fine though. It's okay. I got people right here in Archixarda. Yeah, no, it's a little overkill, but let's get rid of these guys. There we go, and you can get back to Artixarta. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Okay. And then down here, let's clean out these guys. And getting rid of brigands like this has just made playing this game so much more enjoyable. My goodness, what a relief. I was so glad. I was so glad when that viewer gave me the rundown on how to do this, because I was on the right path, but like he really, you know, cleared up like the remaining few questions that I had and how this worked. So it was very, very nice of him to show me the way. And shit, did I? Oh shoot! Nope, that was a mistake. I was trying to just bring Otanis up here. The elephants and Feriel were supposed to be going west. Ah, darn it. That was a mistake. Okay, well, what do we have here? Yes, 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 yes. Paved roads in Demantha, that's nice. And Governor's Palace and Tarsus as well. Are we up to a minor city there? We are. Shipwright? What is shipwright? Got us nothing. Yeah, we don't have that extra port that we can trade with. But we will once Sidon is captured. Trade caravan. How is that looking? Yeah, it's 120 denarii. That's okay. Yeah, I'll think about it. I don't have a lot of money. yet. But that will improve once we take Sidon. Yeah, I'm spending a lot of money on my on my military. I'm just still at this point I'm just kind of going economy and military for the most part. Over here, the Roxolani continue to make these sort of aggressive posturing moves towards my border, and I'm just going to continue to match that for now. For now, it seems to have worked in keeping them docile. I don't know if it's my actions that are doing it, but you know, maybe it is. And if that's all it takes to, you know, not, to avoid a war up here, then that is fine with me, because that's worth the money, you know, just having like a decent little like half-stack garrison that can obviously take care of brigands and keep up public order, while also keeping this a quiet front. I know that like people see like military upkeep and you think like, oh, it's wasted because it's not conquering, but I don't see it that way, because you have to understand like what the costs of conquering are. If you've just opened up a new front that could be attacked from like 3 different ways, and it's going to require, you know, more attention. Like it's not just like upkeep, but it's also like it's like mental bandwidth as well. Like how much are you putting into for what to just so that you don't have like wasted guys? Like I don't know. To me, that's not a waste. That's comfort, or I don't know. I guess I'm not really saying it the right way, but I think you guys get the idea. Let's now come down here and go on into this attack into Sidon. So I have the 4 siege towers and 2 ladders. This is a tier 3, isn't it? Yeah. Cool. Let's go in and attack. So yeah, it's gonna be 4 goddamn guys, right? Faction leader, and then yeah, it's a lot of bodyguards, and the army itself is very weak. Limitani, and they have taken actually some attrition as well. I'm pretty sure these were full units before. So yeah, taking like 21, you know, men per. It was like yeah, I think they lost 21 men per unit, which is substantial. It really is. So let's go on and take this place. Oh shit! Oh no! Oh. Okay, well, there's the auto resolve. Sorry about that, folks. Yeah, I did not mean to do that. That's what I get for fighting auto resolve battles against brigands. I just took Sidon without having to do that. All right, well, let's exterminate. Yeah, it's actually really tempting to kind of go back and redo that, because I feel like I, you know, stole that from you guys. But there's going to be more fights, so let's exterminate. And how bad is it? So we have to repair some stuff, stone walls, militia barracks, yeah, all that. We can repair that stuff, and so we can't rechain anything right now. And did we lose? Yeah, we lost 2 elephants. That fucking sucks. Yeah. Like, the losses weren't high, of course, but the fact that there are, like, the losses are spread out, it's very annoying. Seeing the numbers like this is like, God, it's like, you know, like, I took losses on the onagers, like, why? Why did that happen? That's dumb. Yeah, that's really frustrating. Darn it. Well, Melchior has +1 command when fighting against Romans, as I don't think he can get any more commands, so yeah, sure, thanks. And yeah, so we got, that's it. The Eastern Roman rebels only had 1 province. Okay. You're welcome, Rome. And then I really want to just keep moving on. Ardashir, and I wonder how many men do I need
Orders? Sire.
To leave behind in Antioch?
My liege. Mighty general. Onward. No more moves,
I mean, we can
sire.
get away on low taxes and just, you know, continue to train stuff up as well. So there's a possibility that, well, yeah, Ardashir's army should be able to get to Sidon in the next turn and start to convert it. And how are we looking? Actually, yeah, it's pretty much all Christian. 2% pagan, so he has his work cut out for him. Yeah, I'm thinking I can't train peasants here. Oh yeah, the administrative building's damaged, so that's why. Oh, okay. Yeah, hopefully these guys can move out and attack Jerusalem, which has large stone walls, actually, so that's kind of considerable. And it looks like the full garrison's in Philadelphia, so is that a full stack? God damn, alright. Interesting. Can I come over here and see what they have? Peasants, a lot of peasants, actually. Some archers, Cortes Auxilia, Legio Lanciari, Quintitenses, and no generals. Yeah, that's too, the one thing about that battle that I was looking forward to is seeing my armored camel riders. Just, I wanted to see how good they were against enemy generals. Like, that's the main reason I was looking forward to that fight. So yeah, that's a shame. It really is. Let's bring down this spy, and can he get into Jerusalem? Maybe he can. Yes. Trait increase. Yes. Sneaky. So we are looking at Plumbatari, Legio Lanciari, and Eastern Archers here, but there's a good chance that Philadelphia garrison would come on over. And I wonder, I hope these guys aren't thinking about, I don't know, they're kind of looking at Ctesiphon, which, you know, good luck. I don't think you're going to take Ctesiphon, but if they started to march on Demantha, that'd be a little bit, you know, I don't have much here. So, yeah. This is now the next turn, and you see what I mean, how it seems like anytime I sort of match their movements on the border, they kind of turn away. At least that's what it seems like. So yeah, it's interesting. Looks like I have some more brigands I need to come up here and deal with, and I don't want to come around this way because that's going to provoke the Roxolani potentially by going on their land. So let's just swing around this way. Yeah, that's fine. And I have a bunch of spies here in Campus Roxolani. Public order's at 90%. I don't know if I can. Looks like it stayed at 90%. So actually, I just read recently that the max amount of unrest that you can cause using spies is 50%. So I don't see, okay, so I guess the actual details of the settlement aren't available for me to see, I guess. But if it's 5% per, I think I saw that it's 5% per experience eyeball, and that's, you know, you can do multiple spies. So that's 10%, and then, wait, so... So yeah, 10, 15, 25, 35, 45, so that's over 50, so that's, yeah, so it's maxed out, okay. Okay, so it's at 90%, and do I see what their tax level is at? Does it tell me? I don't think so. Okay. I wonder, so do these guys, so they don't convert, right? Because they're spies, like they're not going to be converting the population. So none of these guys are Zoroastrian. No, they are. So there are Zoroastrian. Okay. So there is some Zoroastrian conversion going on here. But again, I don't have the, I don't have the graphic, you know, presenting that to me. I don't have the actual representation of what's going on here. I can assume that they're getting a regional, like a neighboring conversion from me, from this province, but it's, you know, probably not enough to counteract. What about my diplomats?
Your humble servant.
You are not Zoroastrian, and then here's another spy. He's just a spy. No Zoroastrianism for you.
Moves depleted greatly.
There's another diplomat. No Zoroastrian. Okay. Okay, well that's another way that I possibly could deal with that. Are you guys... This is a new... Pretty sure you guys just popped up here, right?
Prepare for battle. Victory.
Jesus.
The enemy.
Alright, these freaking
Sire. Orders.
brigands are kicking my butt.
Mighty general. Engage the enemy.
There we go.
Victory. My
Alright, let's just bring Otanis in, and then you guys can head back down. And then Kuru can continue heading to Antioch. You're gonna meet up with Ardashir. Cyrus is hanging out here in Ctesiphon. We're all chill there. Yeah, that's all looking fine. And then there is a rebel army or brigand army hanging out here just in the path of Ardashir, so
prepare for battle.
should be able to take him out. Yes, perfect.
Engage the enemy.
Okay, and there is a small Roman army, just a Commander Tense's first cohort hanging out right here on my border. So people in flight, like the Goths. So these people have been forced to flee for their lives with all the women, children, herds, goats, and chattels. Nothing has been left behind for the invader, but now they must travel far and fast to find a new home. They can't have just now moved, right? Because their home territory is like right in the path of... So that's like... Did they just now move and go into horde mode? Because like we're well on into this campaign. Yeah, that's interesting. Agent detected. Yeah, so if he got detected, did he... Oh, did he die? I didn't read the message. Did he die? Because I thought I saw him up here. And now I don't see him, so... Alright, let's see. Can we kill... Can we kill this guy? 95% chance? Hell yeah. Now can I bring out Melchior's army and then bring on Ardashir's army and we're gonna be okay. Perfect. That's nice. Okay. Good. Okay, so how much money is this port gonna get us here? So 380 to 850, so that's a pretty good jump. Yeah, 500, that's pretty good. Royal Roads, how much does that get us? Not as much money. Obviously, the travel times are nice, but it's a pretty small province. Well, it comes out to here, so I guess it's a horizontal province. How much does the bazaar get us? Not much, but that's... I think the trade buildings, like the market buildings, give us a bonus, like a percentage bonus increase, I think. So if I increase trade through other means, then maybe the bazaar will get us more money, I think, maybe. And then same thing with the trade caravan. I think that's also a percentage base, right? It's a... It doesn't say, but I think it does give a percentage base. Let's go with port. It's going to be a very good return on the income. And I think that also because of that, we should be... So if I check here... Oh, I'm not going to find out until there's actually the port built up. Okay, then I'll find out how much Tarsus is making. Or how much it can make. From the port inside on. Got it. Okay, one thing at a time. I got it. I got it. So you, I suppose... I mean... I don't even feel like I need to, you know, get diverted by that Commander Tense's first cohort. I don't really want to come that way. I guess it doesn't matter. This army, if it does come at me, like, I'm going to demolish that army, so... Yeah, I don't think it matters. This isn't my favorite news ever. Now the Eastern Romans have allied themselves with the Roxolani, so... Yeah, that's a little bit... Wonder, oh wonder, would the Romans start to pay the Roxolani to attack me? Is that the incentive? Is that the play? And where do those brigands go?
Yes, my liege.
It's weird how they like disappear, you know? It seems like it keeps happening up here where I know they're there and then they disappear, but they're in the same spot, which is weird because I have a diplomat that's right there. Like if they're there, they should be visible, but they're not, which is really bizarre.
Mighty general.
Okay, Fariel. Okay, diplomats, you better not bribe this guy and his elephant, okay? Leave him alone.
Great lord.
And then Kuru. Kuru, come down here to Sidon, yeah. And you're going to be converting Sidon even faster. Holy shit, that's right. You guys together, 55% conversion right here. Ooh, man, that place is going to turn fast. Yeah, you're 52, so maybe like when you're 55, maybe I'll give your retinue to Kuru. Maybe that's the play.
Assassin ready.
And now Melchior can... Yeah, let's just move on Jerusalem.
Prepare for battle. Besieging settlements.
Yeah, I can get a sap point and some siege towers. And is that it? 2 siege towers and a sap point. Is that all that I'm going to want? I can... Oh yeah, that's right. I have onagers. I could attack right now if I wanted to. Oh, right.
Under siege, sir.
Yeah, I guess so. Jesus. I mean, there's just Legio Lanciari, Eastern Archers, and Comita Tense's first cohort. I thought that was you. You got switched out? Okay. Well, yeah, what am I waiting for? Let's assault, and then let's actually fight this one. Jeez Louise.
Take up your spears. Saddle the horses. Drink the last of your wine. Fate awaits us, soldiers. Fate has decided our destinies. And remember this above all. The gods watch us today. Be sure they are not ashamed by your actions. Now advance!
Well, one thing I just realized is that these are just the regular onagers, and this is a tier 4. This is a large stone wall, so I don't know what the capabilities are of basic onagers against a large stone wall. I can't remember. I feel like I had to have done this before. I think they can get through at least one section. I hope so, at least. And even if it is just one section, and even though they do have some decent heavy infantry, I think that my army can still punch its way through, even if it is just through one opening. And it does appear like the onagers will be able to get through here. They still have over half of their ammunition, and they are doing some pretty good work against the section of the walls. I did, of course, bring them closer to the wall so that they don't miss any shots.
The enemy walls are breached.
Yeah, good. Alright, and it looks like there's nothing defending that breach point either, so... Yeah, Sugdians, go. Sugdians, go. I'm gonna have my archers take the walls. Actually, do I want that? I don't know. Yeah, I usually have javelin men and slingers do that, and I've removed them from this army in order to get all these other cool units inside. And now I'm thinking, do I want archers on the walls or not? Because archers, of course, are good for the advance on the city plaza to pull units off of the plaza. I do have, you know, my Clibinari Immortals and my Clibinari. Even my elephants have archers on top. So I have a lot of stuff that can shoot and potentially pull units off of the plaza if I need to. So yeah, maybe I just send the archers up top so that they can start taking walls. Also, because it is a tier 3 unit, my guess is that they will be able to be retrained in this settlement, so any casualties I take should be nothing too significant. And I'm trying to determine what's going to be the fastest way. Is the plaza over on that side? I might have to go all the way around that way. Okay. It looks like they got some units on the walls as well. And as soon as I take this tower, that unit's gonna rush on over and attack me. Okay, so what do I want to do here? Maybe what I do actually is send the Sugdians just to take the tower and then potentially attack. I can't tell what that unit is. Is that archers? Yeah, actually that is archers. Okay, so yeah, you go here and then you run up there. Then yeah, you guys can come inside as well, and maybe just have you run up as well to take that tower. And then if I feel like I need to, maybe I can send the archers in to continue running alongside the walls. It is nice if I can catch a unit in the outer perimeter so that I can have them shot by their own towers. But if they have the other two units just kind of sitting on the courtyard, which they might, yeah, I think they are, so maybe it's not too important just to take, you know, the entire perimeter. And you guys, have we taken this yet? Almost. Looks like they're going to be getting in there. Just got to get in there. One of you has to get inside. Come on. There's men dying here. Men are dying. And you just got to figure that part out. Oh, nope. No, not move away from the tower. You got to get back in that door. A lot of guys, these are your friends. You've trained your entire lives with these men. And if you just done that,
The enemy have lost the walls.
then all of those
Send your
guys
troops
would still
and
be
take the
alive.
rest of the settlement.
Looks like we have taken this one. And look, they figured it out. Yeah, there's less men. Less dead men. My goodness. Alright, so I think I want to rush these guys over and attack those archers. They're going to be getting shot from that tower though, so that's kind of dicey. I might even send up another unit of Sugdians just to make sure. I feel like anytime I send a unit up on the walls, a unit that I think should win, I feel like they lose a lot. And I know they should beat archers, but they've already lost a decent amount of men. Hopefully they can beat these archers, though. Oh, that's tough. They have guys stuck down here, too. Oh, that's too bad. So up here, they only have, like, I don't know, 20, 30 guys, maybe? We'll see, though. I mean, Sugdian warriors, this is why I have them. This is why I've spent so long working up to these guys, is to have someone that can fight on the walls. And this is the unit that they should do okay against. They've lost 2 guys, and the Romans have lost basically 10 guys. So hopefully we win that fight. I think these Sugdians are doing very well, actually. Looks like the archers are still shooting. But my Sugdians have lost like 3 guys since the combat started, and they're doing very well. Perfect. Love it. I love to see a unit that is excelling in a role that it's meant to. Alright, yeah, well, false alarm, guys. You guys can get back down off the tower because I didn't need you after all. These guys can continue to get rid of this unit and then take the gateway. And is that it? I can get through here and get to the plaza that way, so I don't think I need to take this tower. Although, I don't know, it might, I don't know, it might, is that going to get my guys? Maybe I can take that tower just to be safe. As I'm preparing my assault on the city center, I'm wondering what's the best way to use my elephants in this case, because having them just come off of the city center and then obviously just, you know, break due to elephants seems like the best way to do this. I mean, this is a unit that's probably like made to... Oh, they're shooting. Right. Yeah, they have arrows. I already thought about this. Legio Lanciari. I don't know if that's the unit that I want my elephants to be fighting, to be honest, because that's like a spear unit, right? Not ideal, but they are elephants. And do they have throwing weapons? Shit, I think they do. Oh, shit. Should I get my guys back? Yeah, let's see if I can get my elephants back. They're taking peel on fire now. I didn't think about that. Damn. Yeah, I knew the Comitatenses and the Plumatari had it, but I forgot that their other units have it as well. Yeah, can I get Sugdians up here? Sugdians versus the Legio Lanciari feels like a good fight. Clubs versus spears. I mean, these guys are just going to charge right off the plaza, and I got elephants here, so yeah, here we go. Clubs hanging out here, and we should be getting a morale hit on these guys as well.
Enemy general shows his value.
There he goes, yeah.
Only by a desire to
And did we lose any elephants? I don't think we did. I mean, we would see an elephant carcass, so yeah, I think we did okay there. Yeah, elephants and the Sugdians cleaned up there. So let's get the elephants back if we can. Somewhere. Can we get these guys back? Because what I would like to do, and let's actually turn my archers back on to fire at will. Are they in range of those guys? They are. And yeah, General can come up here as well. All we have to do is take these guys off of the plaza and break them. Although, oh, they killed one of my elephants. No. Yeah, he's not really fighting too much. He still has some spears left too. Goddamn, goddamn. Yeah, see if we can charge in here and go ahead. Sugdians, go, go, go. And Sugdians go here after those guys as well. And yeah, look, man, they're killing my elephants. I don't like it. Comitatenses, you guys had to go all the way around that way? Seriously? Like you couldn't, man. Yeah, the terrain of this, like I have to remind myself that the terrain of this area isn't really usable. Like you basically have to kind of go on the entire thing. And yeah, because I keep trying to flank like through it. Which makes sense to me, but yeah, that's not how it works. Alright, man. So how are my elephants like really hurting right here, or are we gonna be able to just get through this? Comitatenses down to 69 men. That's not losing that many guys. God damn. Alright, so the general's dead. But the Comitatenses aren't exactly falling as quickly as I would have liked them to. Yeah, Sugdians, can you guys get in here, please? Who's honking their horn? General, can you I guess get over here? And oh, my guys are going amok now. Oh, that's really bad. Oh no. Oh no, that's how. Oh my god, they're just gonna do so much damage. Holy shit. Yeah, I didn't think that swordsmen would really mess up elephants. I did not see that coming. I really didn't. I did not. Like, sure, the Legio Lanciari, they're like an elite spear unit. Like, fine, I get it. I shouldn't have arranged that combat the way I did, but see what's going on here? Like I told you guys. Man, that's some really funky. That's some funky pathfinding right there. That's really weird. And yeah, you guys are just gonna keep rampaging. I should try to make sure that everyone's out of the way. everyone out of the way. And shit, these guys are amok now. Oh my god, can we just finish this battle? This is a disaster. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I lost way more than that.
And no one can argue that it is not both well-deserved and worthy.
I guess, I mean, what, so my elephants killed like 100 guys? Yeah, that's bad. That's bad. Yep, there's lessons were learned.
Glorious victory.
Yeah, I did not think that a sword unit was going to mess up my elephants. You know? Thought that was kind of the unit that elephants are meant to kill. And I understand that, you know, the unit was still probably half on the city plaza. Also, that wasn't Commander Tensei's first cohort. That's why it was so, yeah, that's why it was so big, right. That's why it was hard to get off of the plaza, was because the unit was so big. Right, I get it. Yeah. I can figure things out. Because, yeah, the elephants, you know, they would have been a good tool if I could get those units off of the plazas and broke them with a morale shock or something like that. But yeah, I didn't quite. It's probably being a little bit hasty there, and I didn't quite maneuver things the way that I should have. So is this army going to be okay? The elephants got so banged up. That sucks. Yeah, I mean, luckily I do have elephants coming on in. More elephants, but yeah, the fact, it's, you know, it's funny because I was mad at the auto-resolve for losing elephants in the Battle of Sidon, and now I'm like, you know, almost lost 2 whole units. Yeah, okay. Well, I mean, the army, yeah, Sugdians, 2 of the units got pretty banged up as well for the Sugdians. That is substantial, but man, the Cav is a real, like, that's a, you know, that's a tough Cav core. Cataphracts, Armored Camel Riders, and the Clibinari. And I have these the Nomad Archer Cav that I could replace the Onagers with, and those could be the units. Although if it's a siege battle, I would want the Onagers, so yeah. So I can retrain those, I can recruit peasants, but I don't have any room inside of the city, and I don't want emissaries to bribe my peasants, nor do I want those peasants to be attacked by other units. So what's the answer here? Just bring down more units from Sidon, I suppose. Yeah, I guess I'll hang out in Jerusalem for a turn or two, because I can recruit units in Sidon that can either, you know, garrison Sidon, or yeah, let's do that. Let's just get some peasants going, and maybe we'll do that for a turn or two. Maybe I can get down these guys, and hopefully it won't be too long before we can just move these guys out and attack Philadelphia. It's such a weak army, it really is. There's no committed... Oh, there's one unit to committed Tenseis. And 1 Legio Lanciari, 2 Legio Lanciari, but they're damaged. It's such a weak army. I feel like even my weak army could still win against it. And how much would a dockyard get us here in Jerusalem? 1,200, so nothing too crazy. What about a royal road? So 140. I don't think this is a big province. I don't know if the road... actually it is. Yeah, it goes down here. Yeah, let's get that royal road going so that I can move around the province a bit faster. Oh, sneaky, sneaky. I saw a Roman spy sneaking into Jerusalem, so let's get my own spy in there. And maybe we can catch him.
I kill to please you.
And is there anyone for you to practice on? I wonder, even like killing an army captain would be nice, just to help you sharpen your skills, you know? Yeah, how much? 63% chance? Yeah, let's see if I can get you some practice. Sidon, is it time now for you guys to build a Zoroastrian shrine? So 64% Zoroastrian, so yeah, I think so. I think it's time. So let's go down here to the Christian church. And we can destroy that. Yeah, public order just jumps right on up. And let's get that Zoroastrian shrine built up there. That'll be nice, and then maybe get to shipwright after that. Oh my god. Oh man, it's going to give us another 400 denarii. Yeah. Yeah, I think so. That's going to be very, very nice. Going to be making some good money when these ports are built up here. So I can't build a port here yet. I have to get up to tier 4 for that. Right? Yeah. Or a shipwright, should I say. Then Antioch, you're working on a merchant's quarter. So it's going to be a little while. And then one turn before the Royal Road is finished here in Tarsus. And then you can build up your next tier port building as well, I'm pretty sure. Right? Yeah. Shipwright? Yeah, got it. Perfect. And Arctic Sarta, I don't know what happened here, but your population growth just like sunk down to 0.5. So remember before when I was like, yeah, totally, we'll get up there to you know, large city in no time. And now I'm thinking like, goddamn, should I have built this crop rotation? I think I have to, because I think what's happening, like I'm retraining soldiers here in Arctic Sarta because I've been fighting brigands over and over again, and that's, you know, obviously draining soldiers. So yeah, let's get some crop rotation in, because I need to give my population boost a little bit of a population growth, a little bit of a boost up in that area.
Orders?
And then do I have any assassins that can kill these guys up here? I don't think so. I don't think that you're good enough. 32% chance and 16% chance and 32% chance. What about against this? Oh yeah, we get some brigand.
He's a dead man.
30% chance against brigand? God dang.
He's a dead man.
29% chance? That's not good, man. Yeah, it's tough. It's like the best chance that a low-level assassin has of ranking up is against enemy assassins, and running into those in the wild is kind of a rare thing, it seems like. Yeah, it's tricky. It's tricky. So, like, if it's so low for those guys, I would rather risk it on...
Death approaches.
Did we get him? We got him. Nice. Sweet. So yeah, we got him, and he got better at his job. So now he's a rank 4? He's just a rank 2. Oh, okay.
Who shall die this day?
So what's the chances of... So 48% chance of getting him. Okay. That's a bit better. And yeah, can we get this freaking brigand and kick them out of my... Kick them out of my land? That's what I want. And yeah, 85% public order down here with all of these spies hanging out. Yeah, I don't know if they're going to do much against... Because, yeah, if it's true that capitals can't revolt, then... Like, you know, it was fun to try, but I would rather try that on something else just to continue to experiment with that. Like maybe Constantinople? I don't know, that seems kind of cheap. You know, like that's supposed to be like the big boss battle of this campaign is taking Constantinople, and yeah, using spies to cause a rebellion seems a little bit cheap. Now down here, yeah, not really much movement. They're still looking at Ctesiphon. They've still, yeah, they feel like their best chance is holding up here in Philadelphia, and that's probably true. That's probably their best chance of survivals. Holding up there, because Petra itself also just says wooden palisade, tier 1 wall. Wow. Oh man. At least they have the tier 2 wooden walls here. Moving on now to the next turn, and I'm wondering if I can move some of these people out of Sidon. I'm wondering if I can move these people out of Jerusalem. Or should I wait? I kind of want to wait, just so that I have... Let's see, I have Sugdians here and an elephant. And I could use these guys. Oops, what did I do? What did I do? I can go you, and then you. And then just bring them down. And then have them top up these units. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. Yeah, that's okay then. So let's just spend... Okay, so this is full now. Okay. And this is full too. I was kind of hoping I could train up another unit of peasants. Well, these guys can all get to Jerusalem in one turn. Yeah, they can. Well, that's fine then. So just next turn, we will retrain those units and bring down some more units to garrison Jerusalem. Maybe a character as well. Maybe, well, yeah, Ardashir and probably Kuru. And then leave Ardashir and Ardashir. Okay, who put those two guys in the same settlement? Who did that? It wasn't me, I swear. Yeah, man, that's kind of confusing. Okay, so you are not the guy that does anything useful, and then Ardashir is the one that is a genius at converting. Got it. Yep, got it. Figured it out. So, I think that with Philadelphia, I think I'm going to do something that I don't do too often, which is wait them out. It's only 6 turns. That's not that bad. So the amount of turns, that's connected to the defenses, right? And not the size of the settlement? Because I feel like I've seen minor cities that take 8 turns. But if that's tied to the large, or not the large, but the regular stone wall, then that would explain that. Yeah, I think I would rather wait 6 turns. Like, again, not that this would be the most difficult fight ever, but, you know, inside of a settlement, this becomes more difficult and more grindy than it has to be. And rather luring that army out to fight me on the open field, I think would be a bit more advantageous for me, I think. So I'd rather, yeah, let's just do that. Let's just hang out. And we will bring down those units to top off my Sugdeans and my elephants. As I mentioned before, my cav are fine. And I can even bring down, let's bring my boats down.
Yes, mighty lord.
Because these horse archers can join up that army as well. If I'm not going to be using those onagers to actually assault the city, I'd rather have horse archers to
Obedient servant.
Pick that army off. Yeah, this is an army that's going to be very good at getting shot at by horse archers. I just moved out Melchior's army in an attempt to get some of these units merged together, and I may have made a mistake here because Jerusalem is not happy about this. 45% public order, low taxes. Actually, you guys can still move, can't you? Okay, yeah, thanks. Okay, thank God, there we go. Okay, so we can end up... You guys can't move yet? No, okay. That's fine. We'll sort this out next turn, and then you can lay siege. Actually, I can bring these guys on as well. Yeah, perfect. Now we just have to bring on another Sugdean or two, and just another Sugdean just to top off that unit, and then we can lay siege to Philadelphia. In fact, we can probably just do that right now. They're not going to sally out in this turn. So let's just get... Can you get out of the way, please?
Yes, mighty lord.
Seriously? Seriously? No? We can't do it? God damn. God damn. Never mind. We'll do it next turn. Now I'm thinking about just getting one more turn or end turn put in. Just before I end this episode here, I do want to start that siege up against Philadelphia. It looks like that our little army started to move towards my direction. A suitable husband, so betrothed is Leela, and this is going to be Zamasp. I like that name. Zoroastrian, confident commander, 16 years old, and sure, why not? So 30,000 in the treasury. That feels, yeah, that feels good. Most advanced faction is me? No shit. How about that? And Royal Road is built here in Jerusalem. That feels good. And marriage celebrations. All right, where are you? You're in Kotais. Okay, so I have a couple generals up here, so I can definitely move one of them down somewhere else. Although I did just start building an academy in Kotais, so this might be a good place to hang out. I'll think about it. And then Jerusalem, are you gonna be okay? Guys, you're gonna be okay down there? I saw some spies going inside, but my agents don't seem to be catching them, so that's unfortunate. I'm ready to catch some spies. And then here, let's go ahead and start the siege first and just... I mean, we can build some rams, but as I said before, I don't intend on actually attacking here. Yeah, 6 turns for that too. And we will see. Maybe they would just want to bring this little army up, and I mean, there is some committed tenses there. And maybe they do want to start that fight a bit earlier. But let's send that committed tensei, because I know there's room for them. And then can we merge together? Can we pull out? So none of these guys can move, so I can't move that guy. Okay, so that's kind of annoying. I have to... Well, okay, can I just put you next to him then, so that if, you know, so that that unit doesn't get attacked? And then we can merge them together in the next turn. And then down here, you go into Jerusalem. And then how is Jerusalem's conversion rate going? 26, so it's converting at 60% per turn. Okay. So that shouldn't be, yeah, that should not take too long. Dockyard, what is that going to get us here? Oh my gosh, so much money, man. Yeah, building these dockyards and ports and shipwrights here in the Levant is just doing so much work for us. I suppose we can get, yeah, they don't have, like, we can't, you know, get the cataphracts and the camel rider, like they don't have that tech up, that those buildings, you know, built up in these regions, which kind of surprises me. I thought these would be really super teched up regions, but they're really not. Yeah, the Romans have done a poor job down here. Well, we can get some peasants just so that they can hang out and keep the population of loyalty going when these guys do move on. And I'm keeping an eye on this. I think that when you turn 55, I think I'll just give your retinue off to Zuru, or Kuru. Yeah, I don't want you to die, well, you know, maintaining possession of those retinue. That would be unfortunate. Well, I will say, it does feel good to take 2 settlements in one episode. It doesn't feel good that one of those was taken in an auto-resolve fight that would have been at least, you know, something to watch, something to play, something to experience. So I'm a little bit bummed out about that. Yeah, that was a real misclick that I really regretted. That was unfortunate there in Sidon. I wanted to see what those armored camel riders can do against 4 units of yeah, bodyguard, general's bodyguard. That would have been pretty sweet or fun or something. I don't know. But taking 2 settlements, hey, you know, that feels good. And with the rate that I'm burning through turns lately in this campaign, it seems like the pace has been picking up a little bit, at least when it comes to, well, as I said, the turns, me going through the turns. So that feels good. With that being said, I think that I can get through, so yeah, 6 turns before this surrenders. I think that there's a good chance I can take Philadelphia the next episode, get through those 6 turns, and get that sally out battle that should involve me taking the settlement. Now, that, of course, does slow down the rate of expansion, because that means that I'll be spending 6 turns there and not 6 turns, you know, advancing and taking other stuff. But that's okay, because Petra, like, once Philadelphia is taken, Petra does not have much. It's less than half a stack, and I don't know what Alexandria has. In fact, maybe I should find that out. I thought I had a diplomat somewhere. How old are you? You're 48. Yeah, let's get you down to Alexandria and find out. I don't want to move this spy and assassin because I'm pretty sure there's spies, at least spies, if not assassins, in the neighborhood belonging to the Romans. So I would like to keep an eye out for them. But in any case, that's going to be it for this one. Before I go, I just wanted to say that if you're enjoying these videos and you would like to support the channel, then consider subscribing, liking, and sharing. It all helps immensely. So until next time, this has been Concept playing Rome Total War Barbarian Invasion. Thank you very much, and goodbye.